Okay, so are you ready for this one? It's it's pretty wild. Today's deep dive, well, it takes us into the world of cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Presidential politics and chaos.
Yeah.
You ready for this? Meme coin.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like a recipe for
Okay.
chaos, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. We've got these 3 articles,
Yeah.
and they're all about Donald Trump launching his own cryptocurrency, like right before his inauguration. So this isn't, just another tech venture or something. We're talking power,
Yeah.
money, and like the future of how people support
Well,
their leaders.
the big question here is, can a politician really create a system? I mean, a system where their supporters can profit from their success.
Okay, so let's rewind. Let's go back to inauguration weekend. Imagine this packed event. It's called the Crypto Ball, full of like all these industry leaders. And all of a sudden, boom, the Trump coin is launched.
Wow. The timing's interesting. Trump had previously dismissed the whole idea of a central bank digital currency, like a digital dollar or something. Yeah, exactly. Basically a digital form of money issued and regulated by a country's central bank. He even said it was a threat to freedom.
Oh, wow.
And yet, here he is, embracing a meme coin.
I mean, hold on. For anyone who's not, constantly on Twitter or whatever.
Sure.
Can you explain what exactly is a meme coin?
Okay, so think of it like this. You've got your established cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are aiming to be legitimate forms of currency or stores of value. Then you have, meme coins, which are digital tokens, often based on internet trends or jokes, like their value. It really comes mostly from hype.
Cool.
Online communities and speculation.
So it's kind of like how GameStop stock went crazy because of those online forums, but with like even less real world backing.
Exactly. And in this case, in the case of the Trumpy Key coin, the value just skyrocketed overnight.
Really?
It hit a market cap, which is the total value of all the coins in circulation. Get this, over $5 billion in a matter of hours.
$5 billion. That's a lot of internet hype.
It is. And this raises some questions about the ownership of this coin. 80% of it is held by 2 companies that are directly linked to Trump, CIC Digital, and get this, Fight, LLC.
Wait, fight.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, apparently it's taken from a statement he made after an incident at one of his rallies.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty clear indication of the branding strategy behind this coin.
Okay, but beyond just the name, what does it actually mean for the coin that these companies own so much of it?
Well, for one thing, there's a 3-year unlocking schedule. So that means they can't just dump all their holdings on the market at once. Wow. This could have a big impact on how the value fluctuates over time. So
let me get this straight. We have a former president who was super against government-controlled digital currency, launching his own meme coin with most of it controlled by companies tied to him. And this all happened right as he was about to possibly make cryptocurrency a national priority.
That's the situation. Yeah. And it sparked a big debate. Some people think it's brilliant. Others are saying it's pretty shady.
Yeah.
It's a mixed bag, for sure.
I mean, it sounds like there are definitely some red flags there.
Yeah. It raises some questions.
Yeah.
About the whole thing. About transparency and ethical considerations.
Okay, so back to our original question. Could this be a way for politicians to actually let their supporters make money from their success? Like if this Trump P coin takes off, are we talking about a whole new era of political fundraising and engagement?
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting thing to think about. Imagine like a world where every candidate has their own cryptocurrency. Supporters they could literally invest in the candidate they support.
Wow.
And potentially make money. If their chosen candidate's policies lead to economic growth.
Wouldn't that lead to, even more problems? Wouldn't politicians be even more likely to prioritize policies that benefit, their coin holders, even if those policies are good for the country?
That's a valid concern. It's definitely a potential downside.
Yeah.
On the one hand, you have the possibility of empowering supporters, giving them a real stake in the process.
Right.
But on the other hand, it could just make the influence of money in politics even worse, leading to decisions being made, for financial gain rather than the public good.
It's almost like instead of just voting for someone, you're betting on them like you would on a stock.
Yeah.
Your vote becomes a financial investment.
Yeah. And the success of that investment could be tied to the policies they implement. The whole different way of thinking about political support.
Okay, but let's step back for a second. If I'm not like a crypto expert or a political insider, Why should I care about this? How does this affect me?
Because this goes way beyond just cryptocurrency or Donald Trump. This is about how money, technology, and power are shaping the world we live in.
Okay.
It's about how we engage with politics and the potential risks involved.
So this whole thing with the Trumpy coin, it's like a small example
Yes.
of the bigger issues we're facing. How do we deal with, the crazy fast changes in technology? How do we make sure that power is used responsibly? How do we even stay informed when everything is changing so quickly?
You got it.
Wow.
This deep dive into the Trumpy coin, it's really a starting point for bigger conversations. We're talking about the future of finance, technology's role in our lives, and the nature of political power in the digital age.
So far, we've covered the launch, the whole meme coin thing, who owns what, the ethical questions, and the impact on political support. Is there anything else we should look at?
Well, one of the articles mentioned that Trump's interest in cryptocurrency goes deeper than this one coin, apparently. He spoke at a Bitcoin conference during his campaign, and his sons started a digital asset company.
Oh, wow. So this wasn't just a publicity stunt. There's like a bigger plan here.
It seems that way, and it's important to remember this all happened while the crypto industry was facing a lot of scrutiny from regulators.
Is it possible that Trump was trying to position himself as pro-crypto to influence future regulations?
It's definitely a possibility. And if that's true, it raises even more questions about conflicts of interest.
This whole situation, it's a mess.
It is.
It's like every time we pull on one thread, 10 more appear.
That's why it's so important to look at these things critically. We need to understand what's happening, think about the consequences, and ask the tough questions.
It's all about being informed in a world where the lines are getting blurry.
Exactly. So, what are your main takeaways from all of this? What stands out to you?
Honestly, it's the boldness of it all.
Yeah.
A president launching a meme coin days before taking office.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely something.
Also, it makes you wonder what the rules even are anymore.
Yeah.
It really it really challenges. I mean, like our ideas about how politicians are supposed to act.
Yeah. It definitely pushes the boundaries.
It's not just about Trump.
Right.
This whole meme coin thing makes you think about how technology is changing the game.
Yeah.
Could this become the new way people get involved in politics?
Yeah.
With the potential for those quick wins and losses? Or is it just a risky gamble?
It's a gamble with a lot of unknowns. For the people who invest and for the political landscape as a whole, I mean, if this becomes the norm, it could completely change how campaigns are funded, how politicians connect with supporters, and even how policy decisions are made.
We've talked about all the downsides.
Yeah.
But is there any chance that this could be a good thing, some people say? It could give everyday people a more direct way to support the candidates and causes they care about.
It's possible. The idea of making financial markets more accessible and giving people the power to invest in their beliefs, it sounds good. The question is, what would we have to sacrifice for that?
Exactly. Are we talking about real empowerment or just giving money even more control?
That's the key question.
Yeah.
And it's not an easy one to answer. It makes us think about, those ethical dilemmas, weighing the benefits against the risks, and having those discussions about the future we want.
Okay. So where do we go from here?
Yeah.
What should listeners take away from this whole Trump cryptocurrency meme coin thing?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that the world is changing fast, and the lines between technology, finance, and politics are getting blurry.
Yeah.
We need to pay attention, think critically, and be ready to ask those tough questions.
Yeah. We can't just sit back.
Right.
We need to be involved.
Exactly.
And that starts with being informed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Learn about cryptocurrency, look at different perspectives, and think about how it could affect you.
Don't be afraid to challenge the assumptions, question things, and think critically.
Because knowledge is power.
It really is.
Imagine a future where political support isn't just about voting, but about investing in a candidate's vision. What would that world look like? Would it be a utopia or a dystopia controlled by money? The answer is, well, in many ways. It's up to us.
This deep dive. It's been a wild ride. We've talked about the Trumpy coin, meme coins, ethical concerns, and what this all means for political support. It's a lot to process.
It is.
But I hope you found it as fascinating as I did.
It's a fascinating topic. And remember, this is just the beginning.
Right.
Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning.
Because in a world that's constantly changing, the most valuable thing is an informed mind.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, that's all for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, stay curious.